My name is Gene Luen Yang. I'm a graphic novelist, and this is my life story. When my family first moved into the neighborhood where I spent most of my childhood, we were one of just a handful of Chinese American families there. And there's so few of us that my mom was able to go to the school and ask for the addresses and phone numbers of the other families. And one afternoon, we just went and made house calls. Like nowadays, it'd be kind of a weird thing to do. But back then, because there were so few of us, she was able to do that. As I grew up, more and more Asian American families moved in, and nowadays that same community is probably like 60 or 70% Asian American. It's been a huge demographic shift. I faced some discrimination due to my ethnicity. I think it's a lot more mild than what other people may have faced. Most of the explicit racism that I've experienced was in junior high. I think junior high has its way of bringing out the jerk in people, and in the halls of my junior high, I did hear a lot of really nasty stuff. When I was a kid, it was very rare to find stories about Asians or Asian Americans in American media. I remember, my brother and I would be watching TV, and if we saw a Chinese person on the screen during an American show, we'd actually call our parents over to watch because it was so rare. It was such a crazy thing, and now it's really different. I think. Somebody smarter than me said that the stories have two different purposes. One is stories act as a window into somebody else's life, and the second one is they act as a mirror into your own. And I think that needs to be true for everybody. Every aspect of American society, every corner of American society has to have stories that are mirrors and also stories that are windows. So to see more and more Asian Americans tell their own stories through media of all different kinds, I think is particularly gratifying for me as a consumer of stories. My parents, my mom is more supportive. She grew up with an intense value for art, so she really understands what I'm trying to do. My dad is more of a stereotypical Asian immigrant dad. He's much more of the doctor, lawyer, engineer type. So he definitely always had that idea that I ought to do something more practical, right? That all finally changed after my book American Born Chinese came out in 2006. That was from a big publisher. It came out in a hardbound version, and I think that kind of flipped them. When American Born Chinese came out, the response was much better than I'd ever expected. It was really overwhelming. American Born Chinese really was a turning point for me. At that point, when it came out, I'd been doing comics for about 10 years. And American Born Chinese marked the point at which I stopped losing money at comics and I started making money at comics. And that really paved the way for me eventually becoming a full-time graphic novelist. It was, in a lot of ways, I have been able to achieve the things that I dreamt about when I was younger. I've been able to work for a big superhero company. I've been able to write stories that are close to me and that are important to me. So professionally speaking, I just feel like I've been so lucky, and I've been so blessed.
NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.